what's up, good people? Welcome back to my channel. This is Nailah, and let's get into some grammar for today. So, we want to talk about 3 common grammar mistakes that you can avoid in order to look better in writing and to speak more properly. First thing is, drum roll please, not knowing the difference between then, T-H-E-N, and than, T-H-A-N. 2 completely different words. I know we see this a lot, but let's dive right in and talk about the differences. So let's talk about then first, T-H-E-N. Then is an adverb, and it's used sort of like in reference to time. For example, I went to the store, then I went to school. You see how that sort of breaks up? Another example would be in 2012, I lived overseas in South Korea. Life was simpler then. You see how it's a point of reference and it's talking about time. That's T-H-E-N. Now let's talk about T-H-A-N, than. Than is a conjunction and a preposition, so it can act as both. A conjunction is a word that is used to connect 2 sentences or 2 clauses, sort of like and, but, or, you know, those words, they combine 2 sentences. So that's a conjunction. A preposition shows the word in relation to another word. For example, the cat is under the table. Under would be your preposition. So than is used to compare, to contrast, or it's used to like talk about an exception. For example, 2 sentences that use than. The girl twin is much smaller than the boy twin. That's one example. Or another example of using than is, I didn't bring anything to the picnic other than my red velvet cupcakes. You see how I used than in the second sentence? It was more so used as an exception rather than a comparison. So those are ways that you can use the word than. So the first way to avoid a common grammar mistake is to know the difference between then, T-H-E-N, and than, T-H-A-N. Then is an adverb. It's used like a point of reference. And than is a conjunction or a preposition, and it's used to compare, to contrast, or to talk about an exception. Let's move on to the second common grammar mistake and how we can avoid it. Number 2. O-U-R is a determiner, and it's used to determine when something belongs to the speaker, the reader, or whoever the main character is in the sentence that you're referring to. For example, if we were to use our in a sentence, we would say like, our president is a male. Our. So that would be a way to use our in a sentence, okay? So that's O-U-R. If we were to use R, A-R-E, we would use it completely different because it is a completely different word. R, A-R-E, is a to-be verb. To-be verbs are the most common types of verbs. They describe the present tense or the past tense. So for example, you have am, like if you were saying I am. You have are, if you were saying you are, we are. Or is, he is, she is. Okay, so those are to-be verbs. Am, are, is. Those are just 3 examples. So when we say are, we're saying, you know, it's describing a present tense. An example of are in a sentence would be like, there are, let's see, I have notes here. There are many U.S. colleges and universities that offer creative writing as a major. That's how to use are, A-R-E. Or there are 365 days in a year if it's not a leap year. Okay, so that's how you use are. R, A-R-E, is totally different from the word O-U-R. So to avoid that common grammar mistake, so O-U-R is talking about something that belongs to someone. A-R-E is talking about a present tense. Okay, that's the difference between our and are. And the third common grammar mistake that we can avoid is not knowing the difference between want, W-A-N-T, and won't, W-O-N-T. 2 different words. Let's talk about it. Want as a verb is used to express your desire to have something or to do something. For example, I want to become a full-time college professor who teaches English and sociology. That's my want. And won't, W-O-N apostrophe T, excuse me, I didn't say that before, is a contraction. So it is basically two words blended together with an apostrophe to make one word, and it's will not. So won't is like saying will not. I won't be attending, I don't know, a basketball game in the future. I won't be a part of anything negative. Those are example sentences using the word won't. Won't, W-O-N apostrophe T, is different from W-A-N-T. Two totally different words. Want, W-A-N-T, a desire or something that's in lack, and won't, meaning will not, W-O-N apostrophe T. Two totally different words. So I hope that these tips were helpful for you. If you need any other help with grammar and writing advice, then feel free to go to my website, N.HARV.com. That's N-H-A-R-V.com. And I have a lot of goodness for you guys there. All right, love you guys. And remember, grammar matters.